laptop. I got some sponsors coming too.
That's not the man though. You're already here.
I'm out of here.
What the fuck? See, we gotta deal with people.
I'm gonna go with. Well, I'll talk about the fights and we'll just go from there. I need the greatness for the end.
Late.
Thank you. Should we start now?
I guess.
What's up, guys? I'm Joe Vargas. Today we have a special guest, my boy Ashley. I can't pronounce the last name though.
Fissenden.
I knew I couldn't pronounce it. And Maggie Duarte.
Yeah, Smashly.
We just got a lot to talk about today. We got it was a great. How was this weekend for you for fights? We had fights nonstop.
Yeah,
Even local fights too.
Yeah, I covered 5 events on Saturday, so I was so glad to not be in Vegas for the Pacquiao fight. It was nice to be at home and to watch them on the TV and post about it.
I didn't even write Pacquiao on the list, dog.
Oh no!
Go Pacquiao.
What's that like for you? What do? Do you have like picture-in-picture? Do you have a laptop, an iPad, a phone? Like what? You said you're covering 5 fights. I'm assuming that's like constant content and.
Yeah. Let's just say my wife gets pretty pissed off. No, I will have like the zone up on my laptop. Obviously Amazon Prime for the Pacquiao fight. But yeah, I'll have that up, and then I'll have on my phone all my templates and things, and you're posting winners, highlights, sharing stuff. But
Dang.
there was a show in Australia. Shout out to my friend Dom Molinaro. He's an old sparring partner. He used to beat me up all the time. He's now Australian middleweight champion.
Hell yeah.
Nice, man.
He worked full time as a plumber. He was running in the morning, and he would work, I think, 7 till 5, and he was boxing in the evenings, and he out-dogged this guy who was a better boxer. He just outworked him, had a good game plan with his coach.
We know somebody like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think...
But he wasn't world champion. He could have been.
He could have been. But, you mentioned something. It's like that work makes you a dog. You know what I mean? It just, you're hungry.
That drive.
Yeah. And if you really want it, you can absolutely make it happen. It doesn't matter what you do. I've seen guys who are doing grueling jobs out in the sun all day, and they still have time to go train and run in the morning before they go to work. So it's not impossible. You could do it.
It's that mindset.
It's that mindset.
Once they know they got to do all that, they win these couple fights. They might have. They can stop that if they win these. That's that drive.
Yep. Exactly. Absolutely.
Shout out to your friend, man.
Yeah.
Sparring partner. Yep. I like those kind of stories because those guys are like the ones that deserve it, man.
Yeah. That's why I hate when people in the comments are like, "Oh, what's his name?" Say, for example, Shakur is getting fucked up by the solar panel guy. It's like, dude, yeah. It's normal, man. It's normal.
Not everybody's a fucking millionaire.
I think all our guys work. All of them work. They all have a job. So.
Yeah, people don't think that. Everyone sees all
Well,
the glitz and glamour.
Jose works in the gym, so.
Yeah, Jose. So I think all of them do.
Kyle works in the gym, too.
CC too.
CC, too.
And those juices, they're good.
Yeah, the CC
Shout out to
juices.
CC Juice. Hold on, we're going to get charged for that shit, man. Hold on.
Nah, I'm going to charge that food, dog. Hey, I need a free drink, CC. One free drink for a plug, bro.
We should put them on here.
I should. Well, he don't say nothing.
He doesn't have his
we're
label
all helping
yet.
him. Yeah, he needs to get a label behind it.
Yeah, once he gets a little label, we'll put him
He's
up
going to
here.
put a shirt, Boxers That Juice.
Hey, I like that. I like
I'm
that.
holding back something right now.
Oh, no.
Sponsored by.
Let it go.
I know who you're saying. Nah, never mind. We'll keep that. You guys know what we're talking
Whatever,
about.
man.
7 tests, dog. That's all I'll say. Anyways,
God.
guys, when we were picking the fights last week, I went with all Southern California. I was being biased.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked Joet Gonzalez to beat Brandon Figueroa. I lost, but from what I see and hear, Joet Gonzalez got done dirty. I don't know. I just heard it from a lot of people, reliable people, that Joet really won that fight. He just ain't part of the PBC, and he fought on that card, and he lost the decision.
That's right. He isn't part of PBC.
Yeah.
He was a top-ranked guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, shout out to Joet Gonzalez, man. The Joet Gonzalez family, his dad, Tszyu, all that family. His sister, Jahaira, know, she's in Olympian for the U.S. I mean, the whole family fights. It was brother Josue. And he's a sheriff, man. So, I love to see what he's doing. I'm proud of him, man, because he represents Southern California. Did what he did. He came up short with Shakur.
Yeah.
He came up short with Vaquero Navarrete, but
Right.
he's been in there with all them fucking studs, And
He's right there.
And he's been right there with all those guys. And
Yeah.
to see Joet get a chance with Brandon Figueroa and come up short, it kind of heartbreaking.
It is, man. You know what? And kudos to him for keeping the dream alive, I guess, without sounding too corny, because a lot of guys would have already quit, especially with the job like being a sheriff. That's financial security. That's for not just for you, but for your whole family. So for him to want to continue and still contend with the best in the world, that's dope.
But
that's
a nice
awesome.
thing, your stock does rise when the fans know that arguably you won. It does rise. It does. Your stock goes up.
So
Absolutely, man.
Speaking of, and I'll talk about that stock later. Pitbull. He won.
Yeah.
But, shout out to Pitbull because, he was supposed to fight on Angel Fierro, Tszyu pulled out for medical purposes. Sometimes we see it's funny how that's how Pitbull got his break in boxing. He came in short minute with Tank Davis. Mm-hmm. And he made a name like that. And the guy that fought him didn't make a name, but sometimes people, that could come up and bite you in the ass, when you take an opponent on short notice for Pitbull as well.
Right. And I actually wanted to touch on that. I forgot that's one of the things I had written down because you talk about last-minute upsets. Now, I watched the fight with Emma Williams and his opponent. He was a super last-minute opponent as well. And I think back to when Rayo fought, what's his name, De Los Santos. Super last-minute opponent. And it's like, what kind of mindset does that have to be, right? When you say, okay, I'm going to fight this guy. I'm going to fight regardless. I think a lot of people don't realize that's kind of a risk, right?
Yeah.
That you're taking a fight. You really sometimes don't know who you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? How hungry the guy on the other side is.
His style throws you off. You prepare for a certain style. Now you're facing something total opposite. In this case, Tszyu and that young man Galindo are kind of similar. So it didn't hurt him that much. But if that would have been the lefty or a counter puncher or super aggressive,
right?
It throws off Pitbull's whole training camp.
Right. Although I do feel like Pitbull always fights the same way,
no matter what.
Like I feel, regardless of the opponent, he's got that dog in him. I think he's always aggressive. He's always throwing whatever, and he's just on you the whole time.
That's Pitbull. That's why it suits Pitbull. But your average fighter doesn't fight the same way like anybody else.
Right.
And that's what makes him special too. Yeah.
I think that's why it's I like when you keep the fighters on their toes. Hey, you coming on a Monday, you don't know if you're gonna spar, who you're gonna spar.
Oh, I do that all the time.
And I love that because a lot of the times some of these guys have the habit of asking, well, who am I gonna spar? Do you know if he's amateur?
Who gives a fuck?
Who cares? You're sparring. How many rounds? Don't know.
So I have this kid, right? Damian Segarra from Bolivia. He shows up and he only has a little bit of amateur fights, but he has a lot of upside to him. And I'm like, am I going to waste 6 months of training him and then figure out when I spar him that he has no heart? No. I threw him in there with a kid named Beck who signed with Eddie Reynoso, who won the Asian Games, was 200-plus amateur fights, 12-0, I think close to like 10, 11 knockouts.
I think he's 14-0.
14-0, you're right. And I just said, let me see I didn't expect Damian to beat him up. I wanted to see how Damian would handle an ass beating. Because before I could always throw the towel in and stop sparring, but I can't stop a fight. And I wanted to see all his bad habits. And Damian was cruising, doing great against him. And like in the 5th round, boom, Damian gets dropped to the body. Stop the timer. There's about 45 seconds left. I give him about, we give him about 20, 30 seconds to get up. He gets up.
Yeah.
Okay, you would have lost that fight. Okay. But now we still owe this man another round. I go finish the last 45 seconds. Ding, start going. And he was like seconds from getting clipped again.
Yep.
And then in the 6th round, he stepped up and finished the rounds. Now, in that case, that's just sparring. But I'm seeing what he has. If he can get up. Yeah, he got up, 30 seconds later. But he showed a dog. He showed a dog in him. Now I can fuck with him. Mm-hmm. Now I can train him. Now I can invest time to him. Because if he didn't have that, I ain't wasting. I ain't going to train him.
Right. Whereas you look at Dubois. After the first round, he looked like he didn't want to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are things you have to know who you have. You know what I mean? As fighters, you have to know what you have. Does he have like Coach mentioned? Did
Dubois do that in the gym before? Is it an ongoing thing? Because, I mean, if I'm gonna pussy out with anybody like that, it might be Usyk. Do I do that with you?
Yeah.
That's my right now. He's my favorite fighter.
That's true, man.
And Midway's right behind him, but those two guys.
All those habits, they're all. You can see them all in the gym, and if you don't nip all that in the butt, it's gonna show up in a fight 100%.
I just feel like heavyweights though, because he hits hard and he's so aggressive, he gets his own way all the time. Mm-hmm. So when you see him actually being able to dominate and land his shots. With Usyk, you can't land. You can't land clean. He even landed low blows. I don't know if you saw in like the 3rd and 4th round. He actually was landing a couple low blows as well. That's just out of frustration because he couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
So I think it's more credit to Usyk. Whereas any other heavyweight, Daniel's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But Usyk is just, I did never expect, I knew Usyk would win in my head. I always knew that.
I saw your predictions.
Yeah, but I did not expect.
They're coming off a run, all sexy with no shirt on. You did your prediction. I saw, man.
Of course. Yeah, free the nipple.
He's like, I got Usyk. Like, damn.
Got Usyk.
But I said Usyk points. I really thought Daniel would have, I don't know, I imagined him to have performed better. He also had issues in the corner.
Yeah.
There was all sorts going on, and I did actually hear potentially he was actually at some kind of weird party before the fight. I don't know what type of party it was or whatever, but you need to be locked in.
And see, were those tendencies showing before? And I think that's the importance of always having a fighter with you in the gym. And I understand, different circumstances or whatever, but you have to know that guy. Does he have those tendencies of, I think, we got to keep this one locked up because he's going to leave us. He's going to leave in the middle of the night and he's not going to come back.
Well, so he's actually a hard worker. He's not like that.
That's
it's
what's
because
crazy.
his inner circle wanting to make him a superstar. They want him to go to the press releases. They want him to act up and be someone that he's not. The reality is he's a very shy, timid guy that's a family man that doesn't talk to too many people.
Yeah.
And he's being made to act out of character, to do all these things.
So this comes from within.
Yeah.
Man, that's a shame.
It's the inner circle. When you saw him fight Joshua.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he fought Joshua, he had that look in his eyes. Like, he didn't care. He knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
His ring walk, it was like the Mike Tyson ring walk, no socks and the boots and the black top. He was there to do a job.
It was raw.
Whereas this time round, it was like, Wembley, like, man. No.
Well, that's why we always talk about this podcast. That big stage is not for everybody.
Yeah.
That big stage, the big stage requires you to stay humble, stay disciplined in the locker room. I mean, in your dressing room, in your hotel room. All those temptations. When if you're like a superstar, when you go down to the lobby to grab some food, you shouldn't even go down there. You might as well stay in your room, have people bring you food because people will, can I take a picture? Can I do this? Can I do that? And you don't. It takes energy from you.
Absolutely, it does.
Stay in your room. Stay in your room and chill.
Have you seen someone lose the fight in the dressing room?
I've seen it a lot of times. I have.
Yes.
Where family comes in, friends come in, they're not even warming up, and then just like, bro, you're about to fight, dog. And fucking aunt comes in, uncle comes, and friends and pictures, and not even they're wrapping up their hands, and they bother them. They're not focused.
It's too much distraction. You're about to go into war.
Whereas Usyk, he was praying. He did his prayers. He warmed up. When he did his ring walk, he was dripping in sweat. He'd just come straight off the pads, straight into the ring walk. He was ready.
You sent me a video, was it yesterday, about, I can't remember who was giving, I can't remember who was talking, but he was saying, to be a guy like Usyk, you have to be crazy. And it's something that you mentioned before. You have to be insane. Being a guy like that, he said that he was going to sleep. And when bombs and whatnot were going off, and when he went back home for that time, when he went back during the wartime, I'm assuming it's still going on, but that's the kind of guy that you're dealing with. This is not somebody who's normal guy off the street. He's not.
Usyk is special.
So it's like that mentality. It's gonna be really hard to break him mentally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his biggest enemy is his age. But saying that, career best performance in my eyes.
Yeah. But actually, 10, 15 years ago, 38 was ancient. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right now, these Adonis Stevens, all these guys that fought to be almost 50.
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins, all these guys. If you take care of yourself, you can take care of your career. And then I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really been in any wars except for with Fury. Maybe I'm wrong. You follow him a little more than I have.
Yeah, well, he's got a very defensive mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very disciplined. He's always been in the gym. You never see him take too much time out.
Did you see those stats that he's just like Ali? Mm-hmm. Same height, everything,
same birthday?
everything. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Olympic gold, both of them. Everything's identical. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Reincarnation.
That's cool though. 38 years old.
Where would you put Usyk right now? Of all-time greats, would you say he's a top 5 now, just at heavyweight? Would you say he is a top 5, or is this recency bias?
No, I think it's top 5 right now.
I think so too. You got to think about he's dominated 2 divisions. You know, dominated.
For all you Mike Tyson fans that love him, he didn't even do half of what Usyk has done. You know, just to show you how great he is. People think I hate on Mike Tyson. I don't. He just never fought. To me, he never beat nobody good.
He's more of a cultural icon.
He's a cultural icon. He had a video game.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, Usyk has done it all.
Yeah.
So did Lennox Lewis. You know, those 2 guys. You know, to me, but I think I put Usyk way ahead of Lennox right now. That's just me because I just remember Lennox getting knocked out by Oliver McCall, and Usyk is just special, man.
But Lennox did avenge his.
He did. So did Dubois. What's his name?
Dubois.
Dubois.
Yeah. But the best part about Daniel.
But that motherfucker's like 6'20", dog. He's like,
yeah.
The way he won the fights, it was like, oh, come on, just take a risk, bro.
Yeah.
But Usyk takes risk every single time. That's why I like him.
He has to.
Because he's small. For that weight division, and he's exciting for that weight division.
Right.
He's so accurate with Ivan. That left hook, obviously, that looping left.
Klitschko.
He's so accurate.
Who can even come close to that right now? Who can come close to Usyk right now? We could possibly give him a good.
So the best one that we like, I really want to see Joseph Parker get a shot, but realistically, it is Ajit Cabayel. He is a great combination puncher. He's a mover. He is smaller, and he would most definitely be able to land on Usyk. He would, just because he throws punches and bunches. He doesn't headhunt. When you saw him take Zhang out, he was throwing 4 or 5 body punches before even going upstairs. Like he showed he had it all. Cabayel is a very good fighter. I don't think he wins, but I think he would give Usyk a better fight than anybody else.
He was on the Riyadh card with Hamza Shiraz, right? That same card. I know exactly who you're talking about. Nobody thought Zhang. Nobody thought he was gonna get knocked out.
So yeah, I thought Zhang was gonna knock him out because that straight left, he's the boogeyman. Zhang, even now, if he lands that straight left on anybody, they're going down.
Yeah.
If they get back up, that's a different question.
He's dangerous, man.
Yeah, he is dangerous. But Cabayel got back off the canvas as well. He showed he's got the dog in him. He got off the canvas, finished the fight.
Man, well, hopefully we get to see that.
Turkey, he'll be
there. Make it happen.
He'll make it happen. Seems like it.
On a different note, Tszyu against Fundora.
That's tough, man. I think, you know what? It's a damn shame. I think that first fight.
Wait. Who did I call to win that fight, dog? I went with Southern California.
Yeah,
Fundora.
You went Fundora. Yeah, you did. You did go.
Fundora. I picked him too, man, because I just had a feeling that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You did pick him. I thought Tszyu would have had a chance.
I thought Tszyu. Just because the head clash in the first fight was enough for him to lose that fight. And I seriously thought if he avoids that, he was most likely going to be able to get his own way.
I did too.
Outboxed.
I did too. But I thought of the last 2 fights he's had, he was not the same Tszyu.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's why I went with Fundora again. Because the first fight, if that cut wouldn't have been there, that fight would have been, I don't think it would have went 5 rounds.
I don't think so either.
But this fight, Tszyu was hitting him with some shots that I know that his psyche was out. He landed some clean-ass shots on Fundora. He stayed in front of him. That does something to a fighter.
Yeah.
When he's used to knocking people out with those kind of shots and they just keep coming and coming and coming. Yeah. And then where do you block that fucking shot from when it comes from it comes from left field? You don't even see that shit. He's so tall. He throws shots. He likes to fight inside, so the height's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's
he boxed
super weird.
He boxed really well, though. And also, he does like fighting on the inside for a time.
I was about to say that, man. I was about to say, you know what? Shout out to Fundora, because with that length, a lot of guys stay on the outside. You know, it's similar to a guy that we'll probably talk about here soon. Most of those lanky guys are not staying inside with you. Him and probably Divino Espinosa are probably the only 2 guys that I can think of right now off the top of my head who are going to fight on the inside with you when they don't have to.
Hamza likes to.
Hamza too. Yeah. That's true. That's very true. So, you know what's a shame, because I think that first fight is just turned into an unfortunate series of events for Tszyu, because after that, his career has never been the same, you know. So
did you see Turkey's tweet?
No, what did it say?
He deleted it. I won't bring it up. If you didn't know it, that's all good. We'll move on. I don't want to talk badly.
Damn. Okay. Can you show me off?
Side note.
Can you show me later?
Yeah.
Offline.
Diego Pacheco.
That's the one I wanted. Yeah.
McCumby. Now, who'd I pick, May?
You picked Pacheco to win. To knock him out in the 7th. I
did say a knockout, though. I did. So I consider that a loss for me.
Yeah.
I did pick, he picked Usyk to win by decision.
Yeah.
He lost.
You lost. You lost, Ashley.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have lost, though, because...
Yeah, the way he won, I picked Diego I thought Diego was going to clip him. But McCumby's strong, obviously.
He's strong.
And people don't like to fight somebody that's not traditional.
Yeah. You know, and it sounded like, to me, when he got interviewed after, it sounded like Pacheco already has something lined up. And perhaps maybe he said he didn't want to take too much damage on this one. I was like, oh, that means somebody.
We talked about that.
Yeah. I said, that means he got something up his sleeve already, which is a shame because he could have had a way different performance. I thought that he was going to get him out of there, too. And you could tell he wasn't pulling the trigger. His corner was asking him to, and he'd rather stay on the outside. Again, lanky fighter, super like unorthodoxly. I don't know if that's a word.
Made tall. It up right now. New word.
For that division. Just one of those tall, lanky guys who, they have the fortune of keeping it on the outside if they want.
But if you can coast and you can avoid damage, a lot of guys are going to take that route. There's not many people that are going to give the fans what they want.
Yeah. You're right. Especially if they already have something lined up. So we'll see what's on the horizon for him. But McCumby seems like he's awkward, dude. He's one of those awkward styles because you might think that you have him hurt, but he'll lunge at you with a hook.
He'll bite back.
He's going to bite back. Yeah, so I get why he was being hesitant, So we'll see what happens next for him. I don't know.
I know the next fight, so I'm going to jump. I forgot to put this on the list. Manny Pacquiao. Barrios.
Yeah.
Now, I picked Barrios to win.
Yeah, you did.
But I was like, damn, if Barrios wins, he loses. And if Barrios loses, he loses. Because it's like Pacquiao. But he lost it anyways with a tie.
Draw.
Draw. Tie. There ain't no ties in boxing. There's draws, huh? What did you think about Barrios' performance and Pacquiao's performance?
Barrios showed way too much respect. I thought Pacquiao boxed way better than I imagined.
Yeah.
And he gassed by about the 9th round, but he showed heart. Every time I thought, oh, God, Barrios is going to come on strong here, Pacquiao would just let 3-4 punches go and show that he's still in it.
Yeah.
So he's still got the heart. He's still up there. He really surprised me. I'm amazed by Manny because you see older fighters do it in their late 40s, but they're heavier weights, welterweight. To be 46 years old and to be moving like that, I feel like it's a win for Manny. I had him winning 7-5. There were some close rounds, and obviously you are going to give those to the champion, so I get that. Everyone that said it was a robbery, it was not a robbery.
No.
But back to Barrios, really poor performance.
I don't change his name from the Aztec, whatever. That ain't an Aztec right there. Aztecs will put it on the line, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he is one of the weakest champions right now.
No shit.
He's very lucky to have that belt. And there's talks, we said earlier, there is talks of even people saying Floyd Mayweather could come back and beat him. I believe Floyd Mayweather would school Mario Barrios.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
at this age.
Yeah, he would. And,
but it's a different fight. But, yeah, he'll school him.
Yeah. You make a great point about the welterweight division. Most of the older guys, you're right. It's probably like middleweight and above. So, it is pretty impressive. But what would you say would be an adjustment for him? Because you're older, would you kind of like not X out speed completely, but maybe focus on timing and using your experience, right?
Way more feints. I think every single time you get backed up and you just need to expend the least amount of energy. Even just like flicking more jabs. There's certain ways you can flick a jab and feint where you're not expending that energy. So I think just to give yourself a 50-second breather, there's ways you can do it. But where Manny has always been so explosive with combinations, he's never had to box like that. He doesn't know that. So if you were to adapt, and also granted, he's just had a full camp. I feel like if he goes into another fight, which he's going to want to do, he will be fitter for it.
Yeah.
Like, isn't there a saying that, like, you're as fit as not the camp that you just had, but the one before?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he will be fitter next time.
Yeah.
And with the right adjustments, it'll be good. But being at the world level for this long, I really don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah.
Manny's one of those guys that you asked me earlier if I ever seen a fight get, like, lost in the locker room.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that can handle that shit. Like, people... Movie stars coming in the gym, fucking,
like Canelo too.
People running with him, people in the locker room consistently, always in the locker room with him. I feel like he's one of the few guys that doesn't bother him.
It's like man of the people, you know what I mean?
You know what I noticed in that fight though, and I always get criticized for this. I noticed that when the fight got hard for Pacquiao, when it needed advice, he don't even listen to Freddie Roach. He goes to Boo Boy.
Yeah.
Boo Boy, I've always tell people, everybody, Boo Boy is the head coach. He's always has been.
Yeah.
Because even when Freddie Roach talked to him while he was fighting, he always looked at Boo Boy for confirmation.
Yep.
You know, and Boo Boy was holding pass for him when he was 15 years old. You know, Boo Boy, he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Right.
But I noticed that in the fight, there was a moment he didn't stand. He just looking at Boo Boy.
They were just speaking in Tagalog.
In Tagalog, yeah.
I don't know what they were saying. But, you know, I am 14% Filipino, so I might.
Do you understand it?
Yeah, I think I do a little bit. No, but you could tell right away that they have a special connection relationship just from the way that he was speaking to him in the corner.
Yeah.
And he was listening. He was taking it all in. You know, I don't know what, like I said, what they were saying, but
Freddie Roach, he's the face. He is the face.
Yeah.
But it's all of the guys in that gym that are doing their bit. I've heard that from guys at Wildcard. And obviously Freddie's still, he's got loads of knowledge, but there are other guys that are working with these fighters way more. So it makes sense that you do need to. And going back to even all these other fights, there's certain people that shouldn't even be in the corner that's giving advice.
Yeah.
We saw that on the weekend.
Yeah.
When I said that when Munguia fought Canelo, he was in the locker. He was in the corner with I forget the names. The guy's name, that Filipino brother that works with.
Is he Martin or something?
Martin.
Yeah.
Marvin,
yes.
Freddie, and the cutman who don't speak a word of Spanish, but he's Mexican.
Yeah.
They were all in the corner with Jaime Munguia.
Yeah.
Nobody knew how to speak Spanish in the locker room in the corner.
Yeah.
Jaime looked lost. I'm not saying that Jaime could have beat Canelo, but I felt so bad in the biggest fight of his life. He didn't understand who was talking to him.
Yeah. It's true. And you know what? That's something that I even mentioned that to my dad. He's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it's like, yeah, because how do you know how to draw that drive, that emotion that you know that your fighter has if you don't really know him like that?
There's a coach in Tijuana. You're going to meet him one day. Name is Fernando Fernandez. He actually was forever helping Eric Morales' dad. He basically made Munguia, and he made Angel Fierro. And I don't know what happened with him. Angel Fierro had that fight with Pitbull. He was taken out the equation. And he was taken out of the equation with Munguia when he fought Canelo. This guy built both those guys, bro. And he was erased from there. Those guys, they could have had a different performance with Fernando in the corner.
You know, that reminds me of a story that you tell about early in your career, you know, and it's I think some people don't realize sometimes it's the outside entities, the promoters, the managers, you know, who take the fighter away from the one thing that, you know, the one person that really knows them, that built them and knows how to speak their language and understands them and knows what they need and at what time, at what point, you know, and then you gotta start all over again with somebody else. Rebuild.
Yep.
And that may or may not work. You don't know. You know, so
does it happen a lot in your country too?
Johnny Fisher has just left his coach Mark Tibbs because he's had his first loss against Dave Allen. Johnny Fisher is one of those guys that he's a good athlete, but he's a very, very basic boxer.
Yeah.
And he got outboxed completely. He arguably lost both his last fights, not just the last one. But he's just left the guy that got him to a level that you could never even think of. Do you know some people just, they aren't skilled, they haven't got that natural talent. Johnny Fisher managed to get to just past the British level, I'd say, around about the British level.
All my Mexican fucking fans are like, who the fuck is Johnny Fisher? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So to put it into context, he was on the Riyadh season card.
I got you. Yeah.
But he's literally just left him. And it's like, he's had Mark Tibbs in his corner for probably, 5 years?
Yeah.
And his dad, Jimmy. So for him to now leave and go wherever, if he goes to America or whatever, he's going to be rebuilding some kind of relationship with somebody, and it's too tough. You see it, Anthony Joshua that's left. That we have lots of people that jump ship as soon as they either have a loss or.
I'll tell you some fighters that never jump ship: Canelo, Mayweather, Freddie Roach. Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
you know, he always kept the same people.
Yep.
Win or lose.
Yep.
Canelo, when he lost to Mayweather, leave him. Yeah, I got here with him.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish it right together.
I love that. And Anthony Yard and Tunde. So Anthony Yard.
He's bringing. He gave me info on the guys from I don't know these fights.
So Anthony Yard's fighting David Benavidez in November.
Yeah.
So he's lost twice at the world level, but his career has been mismanaged. Right. He's gone from. He's a great fighter. in terms of he's explosive. He brings things that no other light heavyweight can bring.
Okay.
But he will go from fighting a binman to 2 months later fighting better BF. That's the difference.
That's hard. That's hard.
What do you call a binman out here? I don't know. Do you know what binman is?
Like a
journeyman?
No, like a taxi driver. You know, like
you know the taxi drivers in Mexico could fight, right?
Yeah,
I hate that metaphor because boxers, go fight a taxi driver in Tijuana.
Yeah. Okay,
they're part of the cartel, bro.
All right. Well, even yeah.
Let's say something else.
A bin
tomato
man.
can.
I got you. Tomato can.
So anyway, he said I spoke to his coach the other week in New York, and he just said Yard came to him after one of his losses, and he was playing with him, but he said, "Coach, we're gonna have to split ways."
Ooh.
And then they're like, "What? After everything we've done, just because some people tell you?" And it's like, joking, we're together forever. And that was great because it shows his loyalty. And anyway, Benavidez, that fight with him, you're gonna see a very good fight. Two guys that won't step backwards and they can both bang.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be good. So anyway, Anthony Yard, he's loyal to his coach and he's a very good man. So we do get that too. We do get that even after the losses at the world level.
There has to be trust, man. There has to be trust. There has to be loyalty. Like you got to think about what you're doing here. You're going into it, and it's a sport where it's like kill or be killed, man. It sounds crazy, but that's as raw as it gets. So you got to trust who's the person who's got your back. You know, you got to have that.
And it's such a short-lived career too. You're going to want to be with these people for the rest of your life. These are memories that you're making, and it's so hard when you go through. Obviously, I've not been there, but when you go through those tough times, that's when you need to stay with those people. And they're going to be memories that you go with them decades later that you talk about. Yeah. It becomes different over time.
The way I could describe it is like we don't have to be fighters to understand that, but we've all had friends in our life.
Yeah.
And we all had best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine trading that best friend for a new best friend.
Yeah.
Like that's how it's going to be. That new best friend will be cool, but that motherfucker knew you like nobody knew you, you know?
Yeah.
And the other friend's gonna be super cool, and they're gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah,
they're gonna, but the motherfucker that loved you, was gonna tell you things you don't want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. The truth. To me, it's beautiful to see, and even today it happened. Right, you always have fighters that you coached before come say what's up and catch up, and even in the comments of videos, hey coach. Hey, it was good. It's good to see you. All that shit, man. It's cool. Yeah. It's cool to see that people, that tells you, in my opinion, how good of a coach you are is when people after years,
drop by,
they'll drop by.
And it's nice too how much you've changed their lives. Yeah. It's what you taught them in boxing. It's not even the boxing. It's not even the throwing punches. The lessons they've learned of life. You've set these people up forever. And
it's not just boxing, bro.
It's not just boxing. Yeah,
it's
exactly
true.
That, and that guy that I saw today, he was so
fucking like that, dog. I like
not
that.
Just boxing.
Yeah, not just boxing.
You're like, hey, it makes sense.
So he might make his own brand, dog.
It is. I have got my own brand.
Yeah, you don't tell me nothing, dog.
Yeah,
we gotta get that on some shorts.
You trying to sponsor us or what?
Move the microphone, dog. Damn, we gotta put his Instagram on there too.
Yeah, did we do it last time? We're gonna do it this time.
We did again. All right, bam.
Ooh, say the best. That I watched that fight. It was good.
I just watched it right now. No, I did see it.
What an interesting strategy, because Cafu said that he was going to come out and give him a fight, bring the fight to him.
I'm sure he wanted to.
And I don't know if that was their strategy or if the strategy changed. But he was against the ropes the whole fight.
It's hard to fight somebody that you can't hit.
Yeah.
And he hits hard.
Yeah.
Hits hard.
You could tell.
That nickname.
When he did drop him, the way he rolled and put his whole body into it, Bam's the technique of him. Again, when we talk about pound for pound stars, there's a reason why he's up there because it's beautiful. It's textbook for someone to be that calm and relaxed and to just have their whole body flow so smoothly, even into like round 10. To do something like that, he's special.
It's special.
He's so special.
It's instinct. He's one of those guys that says that he doesn't watch film on his opponents. He just goes out there and listens to his trainers. Mm-hmm. Man, that's beautiful.
Well, you just see how he reacts and responds, and he's ahead. He's always one step ahead. You can see him thinking. It's like when we said with Shakur the other day. You can see him thinking in the ring.
Yeah, everything's here, and he takes it in and puts it in his pocket. And then starts building and building and building.
Mm-hmm. Whereas someone like Pitbull, it's just head down and go for it.
Yeah.
Where these guys are thinkers and you got other guys that are just workers.
Rugged. Yeah. True.
Did we touch on Usyk? We already talked about him. They were supposed to leave him for the end. But Usyk is so exciting, bro. We already talked about him. That's my dude right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I got him at number 1.
He's number 1?
Crawford's number 2.
Yeah.
I think Inoue is 3 for me.
Yeah.
And I put Bam Bam at 4.
I remember you didn't used to like Inoue.
Nah, but he's been winning me over, bro.
Yeah, little by little.
Yeah,
huh?
little by little. But look,
Yeah.
I got him number 2 or 3. I forgot what I said already.
He kind of reminds me of Bam a little bit. They don't have the same exact style, but just the way they sit down on their punches and the way they change the tempo and the speed and the power.
I think that Inoue is a little bit better at banging.
Mm-hmm.
But Bam Bam has better foot movement.
Yeah.
But when they meet each other, styles make fights.
I really hope they make that happen. I think it's a few years, maybe a couple years.
I think Inoue is gonna be a little older though.
I agree. It has to happen now.
No, not yet. One like a year and a half.
Damn it.
A year and a half.
Well, yeah, but then you don't want one of them to lose, and then the fight lose its hype.
I know.
But the one
Like
thing
Pacquiao Mayweather.
yeah,
That shit wasn't sexy no more.
Yeah,
We're
that
too
shit was
old.
not
It
sexy
wasn't.
at all.
But
you know what? Huh?
I was going to say the guys you just mentioned for pound, the fact that they can all adapt in the fight, the fact that they can come out in a different round and just box completely differently, it's insane. It blows my mind how they can just completely change how they're fighting.
Give me your 5 pound for pound.
Right now, Usyk
5.
number 1, Usyk 1. I'd probably have to go for Inoue second, not Crawford, just because of the amount
That's
of champions
cool.
he's
Yeah,
been.
yeah, yeah.
Crawford's not busy enough.
Yeah.
I wish he was busier.
Mm-hmm.
Crawford 3rd, Bam 4th. People are going to hate me for this. I think Shakur is 5th, just because there's no one beating him at lightweight.
He's not even on my list.
Yeah,
Not a hater, but
I don't think anyone. He let himself get hit for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone beating Shakur from 130 to 140 for the next 5 years.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. I like that.
and your 5.
Well, you know what?
I had the same exact list like him, but I just have Canelo 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about Bivol here, are we? You know, it's crazy.
You know, Bivol to me is like a fuck. I like Bernie BF too. Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's get her 5.
sorry.
She's gonna
You
say
know
Bivol.
what? I don't even. I'm gonna be 100%.
Don't say you don't rank them, dog.
Who?
The guys.
Usyk. I say Usyk number 1 just because he's been so dominant. He's been so dominant in 2 divisions, 2 very hard divisions to be dominant in. But I'm not like a super big fan, but I will say that I think he's number 1. He's been active. He's beat the best. A lot of probably undefeated fighters on his record. That's why I would put him number 1. Inoue number 2, and then I'd probably put. I want to say Bam number 3, but I'd probably put Crawford in number 3. But Bam, and then
You got 5 now.
I probably would put Canelo number 5 because he's just so dominant. That's pretty much it. These are champions.
Shakur, I agree with him to what he said about not losing.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet, so I can't rank him there. I'll put him like 8 or 9 on my
Yeah.
list.
All these
But
guys.
also, I see Canelo on the way down.
No, he is going down.
That's
We
true.
just said he's 5 right now.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
undisputed though.
Yeah.
All these guys, all that top 5, that's undisputed.
To me,
undisputed.
Usyk, what he did with Fury, to me, that fighting
Yeah.
like a guy that outweighed him like 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think more.
None of these guys in any other weight division have to go through that.
Yeah.
Except for fucking Usyk
That's
because of the
true.
weight division.
That's very, very true. And he's so dominant.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to, I just want to real quick to Bam because I think I mentioned this to you earlier. How he already had a fight planned for November. And that fight his performance this past weekend, he took risk and he wasn't, at least for me, it didn't seem, he wasn't hesitant. He wasn't trying to, I don't know, be too cautious. To me, he went after him. He got him out of there. He had a great performance despite already having something lined up for November. To me, that's impressive because, and you did mention, he's like, if anybody could do it, it's Bam.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people wouldn't have had that same performance.
But
you know?
the excitement for his fight, for me, was no longer there because there was another fight lined up.
Yeah.
As soon as they announced his other fight, everybody thought, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it really just took the
Yeah,
shine
just
away.
like Pacheco.
Yeah.
It's such
Yeah.
a shame. Like for there to be.
Did you see
three
how I
big
gave him the
events.
belt? Did you post it?
Not Pacheco.
I follow your no, not Pacheco. Bam Bam goes back in the locker room, and a lot of people don't know this. That's what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Say I'm the champion,
Yeah.
and he beats me.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my belt, my original belt. The sanctioning bodies give him a new belt, but in the ring they give it to the fighter at that moment. But Bam Bam came and gave back the belt to
Cafu.
Mm-hmm. People were like, "Why is he giving the belt back?" Because that belt belongs to him.
Right,
it's not his no more. And I was thinking, what if fighters never really kept the belt? how would they fight? You know, like it's gone. It's out of your hands now.
Yeah,
you were a champion.
You were a champion.
Yeah.
Imagine the raggediest fucking belt.
The oldest belt you could think of.
Although there are too many belts. So
well, I agree. No, I agree. But imagine if you didn't keep your belt.
Yeah.
How would you fight different? You know, it's not yours no more.
Hell yeah, that'd be.
You don't keep a copy.
Yeah, I'm going.
What is the most prestigious
belt
one to you guys?
To me, it's a WBC because it's it's close to home. You know what I mean? To me, you know, and I don't know. I mean, I just think that there should be 2 belts or 1 belt per division, like an intercontinental and a world title.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me.
I think I grew up with my dad saying that the green belt, he doesn't even know the letters on it, but the green belt's the best. The one who has the green belt is the best one. So that's why I always thought that.
Because Ali's picture's on it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's the most prestigious, for sure.
Yeah.
If I was to win a world title, I'd want it to be WBC.
I feel like you're more of a shot caller at that point.
Oh, but you know what, though, bro? I forget. I wanted to bring this up.
What's that?
There's one thing that fucking Usyk made me mad.
Ooh.
One thing, man.
What's up?
He let Jake Paul come in the ring and take a picture with him like they're posing, facing each other.
Oh, what's up? What's up with that? So you got the fucking inside scoop or
not
what?
just boxing. Give it to me.
Well, from what I know, they are very close to actually trying to arrange Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul.
I did hear that.
So I asked Frank Smith in New York about it, and he said never say never. Jake Paul's actually apparently accepted a tiny split with Turkey, and it is written. He's accepted a tiny split to face Anthony Joshua. So the whole reason, back to your question, why was he in with Usyk? I haven't got a fucking clue.
Yeah, bro. This is like
this is
come
Usyk's
on,
moment.
honor the fucking sport. You're one of the best fighters in the world. Don't put that.
No, it should have been Joseph Parker in there facing off with him straight away. That should have been the instant thing because Joseph Parker, as everybody knows, should have had that shot already.
Maggie, who's the Samoan kid I like?
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
What weight is he?
Cruiserweight.
He's a cruiserweight.
I love
He's
that kid.
incredible. So when we're talking about pound for pound, I'm thinking he's just not there because he's not had the
yet, but
fights
he will
yet.
be.
He will be.
He will be there.
be.
He will be there.
There's another guy too. You mentioned he's young. He's got a fight coming up. What's his name? Moses.
Moses Satama.
Yeah.
Yes, August 16th.
He's a heavyweight too, right?
Yep, he's
Yeah.
about to. I feel
He's
bad
20
for saying
years
it,
old?
But yeah, he's 20 years old in like 10 months or so.
Yeah.
But he might be 21 now. But he's about to spark out Dillian White. He's headlining in Riyadh season. He is incredible. If anyone's going to beat Usyk, it's going to be Atama because of he's explosive. He's got great feet.
How old is he?
He's only 20. But the issue is he's going to go from down here to up here in a heartbeat, and it's going to come with many problems. So
yeah, especially at that age, man, you gotta be careful. Fuck. Imagine like Damian, like let's
go, bro.
Yeah,
because also you can't come back down. You can't as soon as let's say he beats Usyk. Let's say next year he fights Usyk and beats him. He's then going to have anything of up to 15 years
of killers.
So don't rush it.
And I was gonna say the word, but women, drugs, everything, money,
parties.
You know what's good about him? He's so disciplined. He come from a background where he was in Slovakia, different parents. So he's mixed race with different ethnicities and everything. But anyway, he's very cold, very harsh.
That's what you have to be.
Yeah, he said to me, he would not see his mum for 3 months, and he'll go in the house and say, "Right, mum, what's for dinner?" He wouldn't even say hello, I miss you, love you. None of that. What's for dinner?
That's what you need. Guys
And that's
like
how
that.
it is.
That's how you need guys like that.
Cold.
Like that communism fucking mentality.
Future guys, they're my kids. They're Julius Bello.
Yeah.
He debuts, I think, the
26th on Saturday, right?
in New York.
New York.
Yeah,
That's right.
Shout out to Julius Bello. Get this shit, kid. Your first fight. I seen him doing his open media workouts in Vegas at Top Rank and stuff like that. We're so proud of you.
I think New York coming up too.
And then on Thursday, my boy Jorge Chavez is going to be headlining
Yes.
for a Golden Boy at the Fantasy Springs Casino. I think it's the
Thursday.
Fantasy Springs Casino. Échale ganas, mijo. All the luck to you, man. You know we'll be cheering for you. He's from San Diego. He trains out there in Santa Ana.
That's awesome to see.
Yeah, to see him. And then we have Ryan Gardner, who's His boy.
Yeah, Ryan, European champion. He's defending his belt against Reece Bellotti on Saturday. He will be world champion.
That's
awesome.
Man.
They call him the Piranha. When you say about Brits fighting like Mexicans, we've got Nick Ball, who's our only world champion right now, I believe, which is crazy. But we've also got Ryan Garner as well. So watch out for him. I'll show you the highlights next week, and you're going to love it.
Okay.
Send us a highlighter, too, so we can post it up there.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
And the best part is he had such a good amateur background. He can box in the back foot, and he can have a dogfight.
Nice.
My kind of guy. My kind of guy. That's the shit I like.
Exactly. So shout out to all the guys who have these
Jorge,
upcoming fights.
Julius, let's get it. It's funny watching those. I watched those kids fight when they were kids.
Yeah, they're little
and
babies.
now they're headlining. I mean, not headlining, but Oscar is headlining, and Julius is doing his thing on Top Rank, and Ryan Garner. Let's get it. Any questions, guys? Comments?
Any of that? All concerns. Of that. I think there's a card this weekend, but
yeah. No, go ahead. Besides these two guys fighting,
was it? I think it's Top Ring. I think Xander Sayas. He's fighting for a world title, but I can't even think of it off the top of my head. I don't know if you remember.
I haven't got a clue.
It's a Top Rank fight. Shushu Carrington is going to be on there too.
Well, that's the one that Julius is on.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So look out for that card. I didn't write it down. That's my fault.
Anything left, Ashley?
Thank you for having me on.
Oh yeah, dog. We love having you. We need a action to keep us balanced. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Boom.
Peace.
Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.